meet Becky Anderson live from the studios in London now. William Shakespeare's legacy has lasted 445 years, performed and published, of course, across the globe. His words connect literature lovers everywhere. On the day chosen to celebrate the bard's birthday, then, we're going to take you from London, where his plays were originally performed, to Japan, where actors put a new spin on his old classic.
Shakespeare's stories share a universal philosophy with audiences, she says. He wrote about the powerful, the powerless, and always about the mistakes we made. Themes that transcend hundreds of years and borders. Young-Law, CNN, Tokyo.
Well, the bard's themes are relevant whether you live in LA, Singapore, or Sao Paulo, and everywhere in between. The world really is his stage. Tim Lister tells us why, even after 4 centuries on stage and on the silver screen, we do still care about what Shakespeare had to say.
In a slum in Brazil,
Pitch me to Maya.
A jail in Kentucky, set to the Beatles in Moscow, Shakespeare lives.
I've seen a Japanese Pericles, which was the most heartbreaking thing I've ever seen. I've seen a Slovakian production of Merry Wives of Windsor, which was bonkers.
Ben Crystal is an actor and author of Shakespeare on Toast.
He wrote about what it was to be human. He tapped into the human heart and the psyche and explored these wonderful, wonderful ideas.
Stop!
Shakespeare was providing the Elizabethans with their daily soap opera, really. He was giving them their slice of blood and death and murder and betrayal and love and lust and passion.
Did my heart love till now, forswear its sight?
So, enduring his work, there are more movie versions of Shakespeare's plays than there are Shakespeare plays. Some have brought his work to a new generation.
Just an incredibly great story with this amazing street language. I mean, he just used language like a weapon.
You need people like me.
Shakespeare's drama has inspired other movies. For Macbeth, read Scarface.
It's Al Pacino in Scarface. It's the rise and fall of a power-hungry man.
Carla to rap Shakespeare. Didn't want to listen when I said last year.
It's not just cinema. The iambic pentameter, Shakespeare's preferred verse form, just happens to be hip-hop.
Today in Hoxton Hall we are doing a hip-hop Shakespeare workshop.
Award-winning rap artist Akala is working with kids in East London.
Hip-hop writes about and deals with human society, the trials and tribulations of what's going on, and some of that is ugly, and some of that is wondrous. And it's the same with Shakespeare.
The thing about the iambic pentameter, I think it is useful to rappers because it teaches us a lot about bending what you want to say around a particular discipline, around a particular rhythm. And I know a lot of rappers, you know, hark back to Shakespeare as being the quintessential writer.
If there's a threat to the bard, maybe it's from us.
Our imaginations become lazy. We're spoon-fed these wonderful computer-generated images, and as a result, we've forgotten what it was to be told a wonderful story, and let our imaginations run riot.
But then, it is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. Tim Lister, CNN, Atlanta.
One of Shakespeare's most famous plays, A Tempest, and that's an